The British government responded to the protests over the Sugar Act by reducing the tax by 2/3, but they also enacted a new law called the Stamp Act. It required them to pay for tax stamps like this one that were put on paper goods such as almanacs, newspapers, and official documents. But the Stamp Act ended up causing even more trouble than the Sugar Act, not only because the taxes on paper goods were high, but also because taxation had once again been enacted without colonial representation in Parliament. The Stamp Act really made people mad. It caused riots in colonial port cities, and a few government buildings were even destroyed. John Adams of Boston called for representatives from each colony to meet and come up with a plan for resisting unfair taxation. In the end, only 9 colonies participated. But what came to be called the Stamp Act Congress was a turning point in the movement toward independence, because the colonies discovered they had much greater strength when they acted as a group rather than separately. The Stamp Act was repealed the next year, but the government did not want to appear weak, and so before that law was repealed, the king approved a new law called the Declaratory Act. The purpose of this act was to make it clear to the colonists that the British government had the right to tax them as they saw fit, and the fact that the colonists were not allowed to have representation in Parliament did not change things at all.